Hello, everybody. My name is Dion Morales, your host of the Gold Squadron podcast. We're coming to you live from the final of the Delta Flight Club Qualifier. There are a total of 4 qualifiers in our championship series, the Flight Club Championships. Players have been fighting for their ranking. Will you be a recruit, a veteran, or an ace? We kind of have an interesting situation here, and I want to get my co-hosts, judges' opinions, because somebody in the chat raised a good point. We're going to bring that up here in a minute. Before we go too far, I do want to take an opportunity to thank my co-host, William Haywood, producer Jonah Piscani, and our judge staff being led up by D. Yoon, which I'm not sure if he's listening right now. There he goes. And then we've been helped out today by Crazy Vulcan, who's currently not hanging out with us right now. Busy, no problem. And Daryl McDowell as well. Okay. Oh, just realized that we have a oopsie. Audio oopsie. Well, guys, we're going to have to do that all over again. Basically, they all said hi. I thanked you guys. This really would. It was more about me than about you. It's fine. Okay? So, thank you guys is the point. Will, give me a quick check 1, 2.
Check 1, 2. Check, check.
There it is. Sorry about that. Crossover cable. Didn't have that. But anyway, let's go ahead and start the Choose Your Champion betting, and we'll go ahead and break down these lists. And then I got an interesting question for you guys.
Right. Well, let's start with our player on the left here, Julian Hood. Fine. Some Imperials. We have Fifth Brother with passive sensors and homing missile. Seven Sister with passive sensors and mag pulse warheads. Ved Foslo with passive sensors and Death Rain with passive sensors, diamond boron missiles, thermal detonators, and delayed fuses. So a lot of munitions in here. Everybody loves target locks. We got some beef in that Death Rain, some Ace in the Seven Sisters. Everybody's Initiative 4. Very good squad here, and they're going to look like true aces. Because his opponent, Cornerback, is going to be flying some scum M3As. Have 1, 2, 3, 4 cartel spacers, all with auto blaster cannons. Sunny Bounder with that auto blaster cannon. Torkil Mux with Zam Wessel and Modicro title. Those auto blasters are cannons that get an extra dice in the bullseye, and if you're not in the defender's forward arc, evade results cannot cancel crit results. So wait for them to get some extra attack dice. Zam is a condition card based crew, and will be getting charges when Torkil is shot. Torkil, of course, anybody in his arc becomes Initiative 0 for the remainder of the round, and that Modicro title giving Torkil a forward arc attack of 3, in addition to retaining up to 2 focuses at the end of the round.
Mm-hmm. So,
all right,
people are betting right now. Here's the question I have for you. So, Julian was our 17 seed. We had somebody in the top 16 that wasn't able to make it. And Julian just barely got almost had, let me make sure I say this correctly, almost was 5-1, but didn't quite get it. He was at 4-2. Now the cutoff for Ace is 5 to 6 wins in the Swiss, but he made it to the final. Does that mean I should, like, I am having like an internal debate. on whether I need to do I promote him to ace, or does he have to earn it in the Swiss? Or does he have to win the does he have to win the event and then like I'm in a weird, I feel like I'm in a weird spot.
I think I'm going to go with a technicality here.
Okay.
I agree.
And no, my technicality might be going the opposite direction. He has 4 wins yesterday and 3 wins today. I believe he has 7 wins, Dion. That's veteran bracket. Or that's ace bracket. That's ace bracket.
You're right in the numbers, but the rules specifically do state Swiss.
I think we can overrule this one. Julian Hood's a finalist before, right? He brought Ved Foslo to a finals in Galaxies. Yeah, with Vermeil in place of Death Rain. Did he win, or was that the finalist of that?
I think Timo Rabe won, but he was in the final.
That's right, because there was Dengar Boba, I believe.
Yep.
So, I think Julian has proved himself to be an ace player, regardless of his Swiss standings.
Okay. I think there's so many people on each side of this debate, and I hadn't even thought of this until somebody brought it up in chat. So I'm gonna blame the chat for the argument. Okay, it's not my fault, but it does it is a really good question. All right, so there's definitely the people who are like 4 wins are 4 equals 4, right? That's all it is. But I do think it's important to recognize the accomplishment, because he did show. This wasn't a, hey, I got into the cut and got bumped immediately. This was a, I got into the cut and I made it to the final. So this is I'm going to ride the middle, okay? I'm going to ride the middle and say, if he wins, and here's the thing, Julian is a big supporter of Gold Squadron. He's been a supporter for a really long time. So I know he'll support my decision either way. I'm fairly certain, okay? Because he let me play that by the rules, but he wouldn't mind if I broke my own rules for the promotion. So what I'm thinking is, if he takes it all, okay? If he takes it all, if he takes the win here, we give him the field promotion, all right? Field promotion. Atticus, really make a poll? Worst decision. Not. Are you kidding? No, thank you.
Would you like to hear my take, Dion, or are you firmly in the middle with this?
I'm firmly in the middle.
Okay.
That's it. All right. So that's where I'm at. Possible battlefield promotion. We'll see how things go. Here's the secret, though. The secret is I could give him the ace and you'd never know. You probably wouldn't, unless you looked at it super carefully and were like, how did Julian get in there? All right. Like, you'd never know. I could do it without telling you if I wanted to. All righty. So, looking at the approach here, what are we thinking here, Will?
Well, I've been trying to dissect Julian's flight strategy here. Looks like he's mostly gonna keep range for the time being and head in for the defensive abilities of these gas clowns, and hopefully, as we saw in the last game, get an easy long range engagement with Straggler M3A out front. I don't know. I'm fairly confident if he can get all guns on one target, it should not survive, right? Mm-hmm. But I think the biggest tool here is going to be that Diamond Boron missile.
Yeah,
I think Death Rain's just trying to creep up.
Kind of delay the engagement, right, until it can get him.
Yeah, why don't you guys not spread out? Why don't you sure nice and all compacted in here? We're just going slow around the corner. You know where we'll be. Come on in. So very much a patience game here.
Yeah, it definitely is. And Jan's going to have to fly through these obstacles. You can tell that Julian's plan was specifically to see if he can get him to fly through it. If he can break up the swarm, force the bullseyes kind of in funky angles, all of that is to his advantage. All of it.
Oh, it's on the board.
Yep.
Huh.
So, on the board, shenanigans. So after dropping a bomb, Death Rain can do an action.
Yeah, I wonder if he thought that was going to be off the board or not. Oh, okay, he's going to fuse it. Smart.
Yeah.
I was going to say. Better be making some good choices here. But no, fuses it. Makes total sense.
Mm-hmm.
So, thermal detonators does allow you to drop multiple devices, but just dropping one here. Gonna put the fuse on it so it does not detonate this round. It will detonate next round, hopefully when his friendlies then are moved out of range of it. When you get hit with the thermal, roll a dice. Eyeball is strain, hit is regular damage, and crit is critical damage. Super action efficiency on Death Rain because gets an action each time he drops a device.
Yep, that's correct. It's just when you drop it. Couple of shout out to 3-time world champion Paul Heaver in the chat, laying his points down on Julian Hood. I'll tell you that. Okay, he put it down. He put it down on the Empire.
Yeah, I'll be honest with you. I also put my votes on Julian here. Knows his list, had to have faced many of these high agility swarms to get into this finalist position. So hopefully he knows what he's doing. I think he does. It looks like he does anyways.
It looks like Ali also voted for Julian. See, but Ali's a little biased though. Ali's Julian's
Empire.
friend.
Oh yeah, that's true,
they're in the same. I can't trust. Sorry, Ali, I can't trust you. I can't trust you.
All right, so we have passive sensors all around. Julian likes his passive sensors.
That's right. Set up that flexibility. I mean, we've had a couple situations where people have had passive sensors available and they take a normal target lock and things go too right for them on one of these attacks and they overkill a ship and their target lock is stuck on another one when they could have just passive censored, which gives the flexibility.
Torkil Monk's gonna deny the initiative here of Death Rain. Give him the old Torkil token.
That's right. But I think, is Torkil the only one in range, or was the red M3A in range as well?
No, I don't think red's going to be in range, so.
Well, of course, Death Rain's blog would show up when Death Rain's on the table.
Oh, yeah. Death Rain! Made it to the finals. And, yeah, it looks like we're going to get some early shots into Cartel Spacer 2. Great engagement here for Julian. Not great engagement for the scum.
Now, Jan does have some options. If he can come out of this not too hurt, it can be okay. But there it is. We got a direct damage there. Fifth brother doing his thing.
Wow. So let's go through that interaction. That was a fifth brother homing missile.
Yes.
Took the singular damage, and then fifth brother spent 2 force charges, adding a crit to that singular damage, pushing that crit through under the shield. Looks like who's dinging here? What? Looks like there's going to be Fed Foslo, take a lock onto Cartel Spacer 2 through the gas cloud. Not really? Alright. Goes ahead and spends it all for a single hit.
And Got the evade, no problems through the cloud. You just try. That's the only shot he had. See if you can get it off the board. Doesn't cost you any munitions or anything. So yeah, there was no dice for that homing missile, by the way, guys.
Yeah, just took the one.
That's why you didn't see any dice.
I'm sure there was dice cam.
Yeah, exactly. I didn't miss it this time. I didn't miss it this time. All right, so 7 sisters up.
Yep, gets the lock there. Through the cloud. Probably not going to shoot the mag pulse. Doesn't seem to make sense.
Well, we'll see what he's prioritizing. It is the bait, that cloud, and those, they cause you to have.
I mean, it's just 1 damage on that Seek, so like, I feel that Death Rain should be able to do it.
He did fire the mag pulse, I think. There's 3 dice out there. Spends the lock. Has 2 force available. And is going to spend both. Hit, crit.
Wow. Okay. Gas
has to
cloud
spend
and
both.
focus to live.
But he's going to make it so that Death Rain has a better shot of actually clearing that that ship.
Yeah, if you don't bother doing the missile, then he doesn't need to spend the focus, and then he can spend the focus on Death Rains, and he survives. Makes sense to me.
All right, here's Torkil. Remember, Death Rain hasn't shot yet because of Torkil's ability. Death Rain's going to be engaging at initiative 0. Here's Torkil, front arc shot. 3 hits.
Nice.
Decisions. Do you save a
You have to
damage here
double
by
mod.
spending the focus?
Double mod, take it one of these Seeks off the board. Because it also is the Diamond Boron, though, too. It also has the potential to do damage to Red.
Okay, so
he does spend it.
He's going to spend it. He's thinking with a single modifier that he can push it through. There is no range bonus on that Diamond Boron missile.
Or does he maybe go into Torkil? No, that doesn't make any sense. You got to clear off the ship off the board, right?
Yeah.
Can't just leave it lingering at 1. A crit here. Through the clown to Ved.
The Ved probably shakes this one off easily.
Yeah, no problem. 5 eyeballs. Super unlikely result.
All right, Death Rain, where you going? Has options to Torkil or the Cartel Spacer. Also needs to make the decision whether or not we're firing the primary weapon, or are we going to use that Diamond Boron missile. The Diamond Boron missile does have an area of effect ability that causes other ships to roll a die after the attack hits and possibly taking additional damage. And here it is, Diamond Boron, 3 dice. Spend the lock. Oh, that's 3. There's a pretty good chance of this hitting. Anything but natties. Got 1 through. You only needed 1.
Barely gets it through. So will Death Rain spin the other charge to do potential damage to Red here?
He is.
I think you do. It's the reason you pay for it. So let's read the exact text of that card here for that effect. After the attack hits, you may spend 1 charge. If you do, each ship at range 0 to 1 of the defender with agility equal to or less than the defender's rolls 1 attack die and suffers a hit or crit for each matching result. Very good. I really, really like Diamond Boron missiles.
Yeah, so it doesn't do any splash damage here. Doesn't get it. Ends up rolling a focus there. But, you know, does still have one of those Diamond Boron missiles in the tank. Now, remember, one thing about Death Rain, though, can very easily reload. If you can get Death Rain a little bit of space, can reload pretty easily, so you can get those Diamond Borons back. That's why I'm not surprised that Julian was willing to give it a shot there, because, you know, he has some opportunity.
So what's the next target for Julian, you think? Is it trying to catch that Torkil around the cloud? Or are you just trying to shove your ships in between the two clouds to take down Red? Because I feel like Red's coming in hot. Trying to come in for some blocks.
Yeah, I mean, we can have Red coming in, but we also have basically advanced sensors on Death Rain, right, with his ability. So with boost or barrel roll, he's going to be able to have choice and seeing where everybody is and making the best decision on where to put Death Rain. So he's got tons of options.
He just dropped the bombs in the system phase.
Right. So I mean, it's not quite advanced sensors, but he has some pre-maneuverability, pre-dial maneuverability that can put him in some unexpected spots, and get him.
I foresee him taking that Red barrel roll, if anything. Drop the bomb, barrel roll if he fits it. The medium based barrels are so goofy to me all the time. I think he's got room though.
Yep.
And then that way he can get into a different lane, maybe clear up some space for the others.
Mm-hmm. And remember, he can drop 2 with thermal detonators, right? So he can do 2 actions. He can boost, barrel roll.
You can do a lot of things. You can... Oh, no, you couldn't link twice, could you? But you could focus as your first action, second action, boost, and then link into a lock, clear your stress, take a barrel roll. Like, you do have options.
You got all the actions coming up. Really, the hardest decision will be whether or not you reload, depending on where you think your opponent's going to be. Because if you intend on Death Rain taking shots, you obviously can't reload because then you get the weapons disabled token. So, yeah, we'll see. I mean, I know that the temptation is to go after Torkil because Torkil is the enabler. But if you're able to clear a couple of M3As, like this turn and next turn, then it's only Torkil versus 2 or 3 of your ships. You probably feel decent about that matchup. But I mean, if you take Torkil off the board, to the same effect, now you have 4 aces on the board.
Yeah, I think it's less like target priority and just what ship you can drop off the board the fastest. Is like, as long as he has Ved or one of the Inquisitors, I think they could go 2-on-1 and definitely 1-on-1 with any ship in the scum list.
All right, Julian proclaiming that he's ready. We'll get to the system phase first.
Chris, he's not. What is it, Major Vendor? Death Rain's not Major Vendor. You'll get no extra green.
So there is the charges, the delayed fuses. Death Rain action number 1 after dropping a bomb was a focus. So much shenanigans coming your way.
Oh, he's just taking all these bombs for actions.
Yep.
Makes sense, though. I mean, he could get shredded with these M3As and never get into a bombing position. Always in an action position, right?
Yep.
Always could use more actions.
Death Rain absolutely loves thermal detonators. They're cheap.
Oh.
It's look at my 4 actions I bought for 3 points. Is that what so much it is?
Yeah. I think the best thing about thermals is that when you reload, you actually get 2 of them back as well.
Mm-hmm.
Man. I just want that to be like a modification or something a bomber could take.
And got the barrel roll to the right in anticipation of the block.
Mm-hmm. Yep. The brown looks like it skips right over Torkil here.
All right. Blue going down towards the bottom, spreading out the arcs a little bit. And Torkil, might end up strained here. The Imperials might be licking their lips takes it. -1 agility.
Wow.
Could be in for a big hit.
Going in for the block here to setting up the M3A for an Auto Blaster shot. Okay.
Now, Death Rain gets bumped there, but not going to be taking a shot from Torkil.
So his action was focus roll. Okay. I was confused by the passive there for a second.
Now, you can still turn Death Rain to Initiative 0 because it's just a ship in your arc, and Death Rain is in the front arc. Not sure that's going to have the most value, though, with these Ved, Seventh Sister, and Fifth Brother coming in here.
All right, block number 1. Just going a little too straight here. Might not catch the block on Fifth Brother.
I don't
if he
think
does
so.
a similar maneuver.
Seventh Sister, a little sad about that one. She has only a single force up here. And you could see, look at the positioning. The Seventh Sister barely bumped.
I know, right? So close. Excuse me.
And slapping down the evade.
Yeah.
And Ved clears.
Yep,
Ved
chose one forward.
is going to be the hero here. Big punch into Torkil.
I really like Ved's ability. But I got some strong opinions on passive sensors on X1s.
Yes, you do.
Well, I'm cringing every time he spins that lock, trust me.
And we're turning Fifth Brother into Initiative 0. All right, honestly, I think for Julian, that's not too bad. Fifth Brother has both force available and the evade. That's a really... Or sorry, one force available and the evade. That's a really defensive ship out there. Probably definitely lives. Maybe not even takes too much damage.
I think I would have chosen Ved Foslo, to be honest with you.
That's what I was thinking as well. But
right.
Death Rain going to get a range 1 shot into the brown M3A. Three dice coming in. Took a focus and is going to spend it. I'm not here for defense. I'm here to punch. And that's going to be no damage.
Easy to evades.
Next shot's coming up. It's going to be Seventh Sister or Ved. Random cloak token shows up. That's cool. And here we go, Ved Foslo. One of each. Changes the hit to a crit. Spends a lock. And got convert to 3. Hit, crit, crit. Torkil is going to be taking at least 2 damage. Could get a crit if this is not an evade. Luckily has the focus from Moldy Crow. Otherwise would have been at half points straight away. Shield down.
Did Torkil have the strain?
Yeah, it's removed now. Well, it should be removed now.
Gotcha.
Where it goes. Yeah, I'm surprised he didn't shoot 7th first to trip more shields for the crit.
Seventh Sister only a snake eyes out there.
Yeah, probably was gonna keep her force.
So 2 shields down on Torkil Mux after those shots. Fifth Brother will get a shot as well.
That's not that bad. After last engagement, losing the whole ship.
But it's not till Initiative 0, so we'll see what we get here. M3A's coming in.
Yeah, did we get a... Zam flip? Zam? Yeah,
We did.
flipped and got the lock. Oh, I see it now. It was my angle of the ship was wrong off.
All right, here we go. Hit crit from Torkil Mux. Angry Birdie. Ooh, gonna have to make some decisions here. Spends the evade and the force.
Chat fifth brother there.
Yep, no damage. We have an auto blaster coming in from the red M3A. Watch out, fifth brother.
Oh,
for that
that's
one.
why. That's why. Get some, strip the mons. Okay. I was so confused of that target priority. That makes a lot more sense now. Here we go. 4 dice, range 1, 3 hits.
Ooh.
Oh no!
Plink, 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 down to 1. Is fifth brother out of range from everybody else? I'm sure he's hoping. The blue M3A might still be in range from range 3.
Green might have it too, unobstructed. Brown has it, but has no mons.
Yep, that's range 3. That's in.
I mean, throw everything you got at him. He's out of mons. Has 1 health.
That's going to be 2. Looking for natties. Got him. Just got to do that again.
Couple more times. Let's see if Green's got him. Does.
2 dice from downtown and hit crit. And got it. Fifth brother lives on 1 health. I will tell you, in the top 4 of the last event, I remember Julian playing. Fifth brother was in a very similar situation where he hung around for a long time on 1 health. But man, was able to be effective. 1 more shot coming in. This one's likely going into death rain.
Yeah, do you take the 3 dice bullseye? Or it's technically 4 dice. Range 1 plus bullseye. I mean, you take that shot over maybe killing fifth here.
Yeah, it's really good.
Well,
Especially when you roll
good
like
choice. Good choice.
Got the evade. 2 hits and a crit going in. We'll find out what that face-up card is here in a minute. And that is a weapons failure on death rain. Punishers and death and weapons failure. Not a good mix. Not a good mix.
Julian is looking at the board in a weird way. Just gotta point that out. His dials and his hand are all facing opposite of the stream instead of from where you'd be standing in front of your cards. That's strange. I don't know what to make of that information. All right, so we got fifth brother shooting at Torkil here.
It's because the enemy's gate is down.
I don't know. Hit crit though. Oh, Multicrow focus. Multicrow, well worth it there. Able to stop 3 damage on defense. Wow. What are we doing in here?
All right. Yeah, so he's looking. He's looking from this. He's playing from this angle. Here, I'll show.
Yeah, I know. This is what I'm saying, right? You see where his hand is, how his hand is facing, and how his dials are.
It's a really cool idea.
I mean, does that matter?
I mean, it's perception. He's able to see. He's looking at the lanes at a little bit of a different angle, right? So yeah, that's all it is. I do think some people get too stuck in
with a fixed angle.
With a fixed angle, and also some people are right. Some people are saying possible vassal angle. Yeah.
Oh,
I could see that. I could see that.
He's watching.
But at the same time, because you usually, when you play on Vassal, you play left to right because you're looking at the same exact screen. Okay. Like this way.
Yep. So you don't have someone deploying on the bottom and then somebody deploying upside down on the top for Vassal. left deployment zones left and right is pretty standard. So maybe just an old habit of vassal.
Smaller platypus. Use more. I don't understand what you're saying. Give me some more context. I need a little more context. I'd appreciate it. And he's also probably top down if he's going like so.
Julian lived in Australia for a bit, so you know.
He's down under, right?
Down under.
I think he is Australian, isn't he? He's Australian. Like that. That's what he's looking at right there. That's the Julian hood cam.
Just, you know, like I said, it doesn't. I don't think it means anything. I just find it very fascinating. And
according to an supposed friend, and I'm not saying supposed disrespectfully. It's not disrespectful, okay? I just don't know you, okay? I just want to let you know I don't know who you are, okay? But he's saying that it definitely is the left-right vassal look is what he's playing with right now. Mm-hmm. Yes, he is. See, this could be a conspiracy of web. See, I can't trust people on the internet. Are you kidding? Come on.
Yeah, I am his friend.
Me too.
We're all friends here, so
send me his prizes. He told me to send it to me, and then I'll get it to him because the post at his house not great, you know.
Yeah, we live down the street, dude.
It leads down to dark places.
My cousin walks his dogs, man. We're like brothers. Just send me these prizes. No big deal.
That's right. Here we go. I got a thing for everybody here. And it's live. Pick your poison there. Give us a Death Rain's eye view. Death Rain's eye view. Here you go. No, that's not going to work because of how the angles. Death Rain view would be something like so. Staring at a hawk.
Right in the cockpit of the hawk.
There you go.
Hello.
That is literally we're inside the ship now.
We are the ship.
All right. Thank you guys for humoring me with the poll. Thank you so much.
Is that last option for sure or not sure?
For sure.
Oh,
for sure.
Okay.
All right, here we go. The Hawk, 4 straight. Getting out of the scrum.
Mm-hmm. Oh, man, all those... so, the 2 bombs to the Hawk's left are now unfused. There was a bomb drop. What action did he take when he dropped that bomb? Do you know?
This turn?
Oh, he might have just flipped passive.
Or did he have a crit? He might have fixed his weapons failure.
He fixed the weapons failure. Yep.
There you go.
Remove the failure of the weapons. They are cleared. And there is the K. He's on the backside now, safe from some of these shots, except for Brown. He's gonna have to survive that one. Does take the strain and is stressed. Yeah, you also can't passive in the system phase. It's illegal. Not allowed.
What? Oh, I doing it for farm action stuff. All right, fair enough.
Fifth brother gets blocked. These Inquisitors trying to find some space. And
anywhere to go.
It looks like the bomb was just in range of Torkil here, rolling a die. Might get half points if it's a damage. No, but does take a strain.
The only ship shooting at him's Death Rain behind a Cloud Range 3, so unlikely for that to matter. Actually, some really good positioning here. Was able to block all of the Imperials. They're going to have to rely on their pure agility and some force charges to get them through the day. Torkil's Ved Foslo here. Gonna give him a delayed fuse. That's not exactly what the token's for, but pretty close. Looks like Jethran's going to be shooting unobstructed range 1.
That's right. Got 3 hits. There you go. If you're going to go out, go big. Don't be a chump. Let's go.
Right.
And that's going to be at least 1 damage. Might spend the focus.
Yeah, you got to conserve your few health you have on each ship.
And Seven Sister going range 1 into the blue M3A. Not coming up anything there.
Yeah, sad trombone noises on that one. Exactly.
Yeah. Thought I'd just bring it to life.
Your Foley work's impeccable.
One hit.
Okay.
Spent for 3.
Nicely done.
And that's going to be 1 damage. First shield down there. Ved Foslo, the real threat. Ectophasm, thank you so much. 1 hit from this first M3A. 1 squiggle. They're trading back and forth. And here's the next shot coming in. Range 1. Got 3. This one was barely in the bullseye there for Ved. Natty, baby!
Whoa!
There we go!
Wow! Ved
Foslo refuses.
Refuses.
I will
that
not be
really,
denied.
really helps him.
Now that's 2 looking at Death Rain.
Mm-hmm. Is strained, so just takes him.
Yep. So down to 2 hull. Trying to get some work done.
And this is Ved finishing off with a range 1 unmodified shot on green.
I was able to get 2, not bad. But green held onto the focus and will use it there to deny any damage. Something weird happened here. Jonah, do me a favor. Can you make the size of the timer 2 ticks smaller?
Sure.
Something, I think you may have accidentally clicked it and now it's overlapping our beautiful overlay. It's breaking my concentration.
Something's wrong.
Yeah.
Okay. 2 ticks.
Perfect. 2 hits looking in. Oh, with the re-roll. Hit, crit. And that is hit, crit with a structural damage going into Ved. But it lives. And these M3As are tearing Julian apart. And we know that they're really powerful, right? They're a low-cost chassis. And here's the question. You know, Will, there's been many different evolutions of the M3A Swarm, right? There's been many evolutions. And this is just the latest one. We're Torkil and what is it, 5 with auto blasters, or 6? No, there's 5 of them.
5.
You know, as the points evolve, as the meta evolves, so do kind of like the different forms. Do we think that Torkil and 5 with auto blaster is the best form of M3A Swarm? Is it, you know, maybe having fangs in there, or is it just a play style thing?
I definitely think it would be weaker against another swarm, because Torkil wouldn't mean as much then, right? But I do think it leverages that initiative and blocking against these more mid-range and AC builds, to where Torkil's ability still matters. You guys are still able to get your actions because you're moving at such low initiative. That I think it's really one of those balancing pieces. I actually have I guess an issue with having just the same ship build just spammed until, you know, you hit till 200, because it makes you a one-note list, right? Unless you have a very versatile platform, but most of the time you don't if you're spamming cheap generics. So you get into this ability to only kind of, you know, your papers, and you can only fight rocks, right? But like, what if your paper could have sharp edges? I guess this analogy went out the window. Someone saved me. But basically, I do think the addition of Torkil has helped him deal with high initiative aces, the alpha strikes, and, you know, the multitude of other lists other than just generic spammed swarm.
All right. And, you know, it's interesting. We're here in 2021 talking about M3A's OP in the chat, right? Man, that in first edition, the ship was dead on arrival. Never got played. Once in a while in Epic, but that's about it. It came in, yeah. At the very end of first edition, there was a little bit of play, but like,
it's so strange to me that, and maybe it is both the foe and the M3A, which I think are so similar that they should basically have the same price point. A little variation in their dial, I guess, but and upgrade slots. But the base chassis is pretty much the same. I think they don't need to increase the M3A. I think just cannons overall need to go up, and especially maybe it's something we could talk about if we ever do like when we do a generic upgrades deep dive. But I think cannons need to be based off of how much attack dice you already have. Like an auto blaster is far less valuable on a 3 attack dice ship. Heavy laser cannon means nothing on a 4 attack dice ship, right?
Right.
So like, why are they all pointed the same? And I think that if you charged more for auto blaster on an M3A than you did an auto blaster, say on a B-wing, I think that increase in price for that very specific combination is why we have second edition points the way they are. But we'll see. It's a little specific, if you will. So we have a couple K turns here. The M3A is trying to widen out some arcs. Death Brother and Death Rain leaving for the time being, trying to regroup, grab some more bombs. That's what I believe Death Rain reloaded. What else would you reload? Yep. Reload the bombs. Seven Sisters did the linked action. Fed Foslo gets arc with that maneuver.
Got to start punching. So taking some stuff out.
I really do love Ved. I need to get him on the board more. Ved Foslo. Because with that ability that I will have to look up to read here for a second.
No problem. Hey, we got a barrel roll there for Ved. Those X1s have linked actions. Barrel roll lock.
So it's going to get Torkil there.
Now, did he get out of Brown's arc? It's really close. Oh my goodness, that is close. I'm going to switch here just real quick. Look at that.
I don't know. It's whatever TGS calls it at that point.
Ooh.
Ooh, blank blank eyeball
Blank
from
blank.
Bread. That's fifth, it looks like. Spends the focus. Easy evade on the strained Brown there.
Yeah, man. Only getting one
that's
there.
The only
that
shot.
Hurt.
Only shot so far until that initiative 0.
Here comes Torkil Mux.
So what's the plan here? I mean, Ved's 2 shields down, right? Like Seven Sister, the other option for most of these ships, is that full health and has force?
I think you try to push through the damage on Ved, even though it's unlikely with the cloud and the focus there. If you could force him to spend the focus or something, that'd be great.
You don't spend that because that's a molded crow focus. Gas cloud for agility, no thanks. All right, so switching targets then. Or switching shooting over to yellow.
Here we go. Range 1.
Auto blaster. Look out for them crits.
If any crits get rolled here, they cannot be canceled by defense dice, and it's 1 hit. Shake it off, Seven Sister. All right, the M3As haven't been doing much this round, just mostly tickling.
Yeah, this is a pool noodle fight right now. Ooh, do you take the auto blaster?
It's not an arc. Ved Foslo, not an arc.
Oh man, that's infinitely close.
But does have the through the gas cloud range 2 shot auto blaster. 1 hit, and the gas cloud does the work for you, baby.
That's right.
That's massive, absolutely massive. Julian is looking for Ved Foslo to punch above his weight class right now. See if you can rip a ship off the table. Oh, wait, sorry. There's one more M3A.
Yeah, blue and red haven't shot yet. They had the best arc coverage, so waiting to see what the other shots had done for damage. This one gets 2 hits onto Death Rain.
How did it become 3?
That's Sunny Bounder.
Oh, Sunny Bounder!
Sunny Bounder! How did it become? What? You can't just be adding results. You can't if you're Sunny Bounder.
Do you know who I am?
So it looks like this is going to go range 2 on 7, sister. More likely hit there without the range bonus. They're more likely to hit shot. Alright, so let's see what Ved's got. Hit crit.
And has a debate on whether to spend the focus or not.
No, that focus is Ved's. The crit's going through. And it's a fuel leak on round number 4.
Had it the other way around. I'm getting tired.
I mean, you shouldn't consider if you're going to spend when a Torkil shot's coming in.
Right.
Normally that should be at the end of the round. Unless you're Moldy Crow or Kanan or some other thing. Never mind. It's a topical joke for the times. So I do want to, while we're waiting on their dials here, I actually want to talk about Ved. We don't ever see him, so it's worth really discussing. Certainly not on a finals table unless Julian Hood's playing. So Ved Foslow says, when I execute a maneuver, you may execute a maneuver of the same bearing and difficulty of a speed higher or lower instead. So essentially your your bearing and difficulty stays the same, but your speed changes. What that allows him to do is, if you're going to do a hard maneuver, you just dial in the 2, because you can move it up to 3, move it down to 1. Same thing with the banks. You can put on 2 bank blue, move it up to 3 bank blue, move it down to 1 bank blue. Never actually have to set the 1 bank or the 3 bank on your dial ever. When you're doing forward maneuvers, you can actually set it to a 2 and move which is normally a 1 forward white. You can reduce the 2 down to a 1 forward blue. And same thing with the blue 3 forward. You can actually get a 4 forward blue out of it as well. Same thing with the K-turn. Go 5 and 3 K-turn out of the 4 and do a 2 talon roll instead of 3. And I think those extra maneuvers, that hard one, that the Tide Advanced X1 doesn't normally have, the 3 bank blue, the 3 and 1 forward blues as well. Really, it really is, like, I believe, the best dial for an Imperial ship. Granted, it doesn't have like the hard turn blues or whatever, but beyond that, I think it's the flexibility of Ved is super, super good.
All right, so sorry, go ahead. Finish your statement.
Oh, no, that's it.
All right, cool. So the next thing I wanted to roll into here is just looking at win conditions. We know that Julian's behind 42 to 102. His priority target is probably at this point Torkil Mux. He does still have 1 homing missile in the tank for Fifth Brother. And I think that's probably where he's going to go first. Of course, Fifth Brother's going to need to survive the onslaught because likely Torkil will end up making Fifth Brother initiative 0. So watch out for that. Ved Foslow has some options as well. If you want to get real crazy, talon rolling or something like that to get a shot, I think that'd be a little too extreme, but it's an option.
Right. Yeah, well, Ved's stressed right now, but I know what you're saying as far as trying to get these ships on target. I mean, I really can't count Julie Hood out as long as he has, more than one of these Ace style V1 Inquisitors. Their maneuverability is super high. We see that's 7 Sister getting into the backfield with a hard 1 boost. Like, they can fight these M3As, but now with Torkil out, Torkil is highest priority right now. We see here that's a Ved Foslow 2 bank
turned into a 3
blue
bank.
Exactly, so good.
And
I think really can leverage the linked actions more than any other type V1 or X1 rather.
Look at the aggression here. Boost focus.
Yeah. It's going to be a Torkil, giving a little delayed fuse.
Now, that also arc dodges the blue M3A as well. So, opting not to take that target lock and just instead choosing to avoid a shot.
Torkil's got how much health left?
3, I believe.
Yeah.
That's spending for hit crit.
Mm-hmm. Oh,
And
one evade.
Fifth Brother ripped off the board. Oh, man. Julian losing Fifth Brother there, and now Ved Foslo is under attack.
Mm-hmm.
One hit. One evade. Yeah, win condition wise, if Fifth Brother could have popped Torkil Mux this turn, there was a chance there. Maybe being able to get Torkil off the board and then fight from there. But with Fifth off the board, it's going to be a little bit difficult to actually catch up. People in the chat already calling for the GG. I mean, it is a very steep mountain to climb. Very steep.
Mm-hmm. I mean, they have the tools. Not impossible.
Got it.
All right, want me to break out the math to get Julian back in?
Did you double check
it?
Double check what?
The
math?
Make sure you know when things round down and when things round up.
I literally looked at Torkil and I made sure, but yeah.
Okay.
So it's actually pretty easy here. Torkil is half of Torkil is 29 points. So if he even just puts one more damage onto Torkil or finishes him, that'll be 58 points. He needs 85 to lead. And so he would need to kill Torkil and get at least one spacer and a half. I'm getting tired too. My mental math is slow, but yeah, 58 plus 28, 86. So yep, he would have to kill Torkil and one full health M3A, and that would put him 1 point over.
Without losing any points.
Without losing anything. But he can kill any of the spacers. Sunny would be a bonus.
Okay. Awesome. Yeah, it looks like they're honing in Ved over there, trying to set up some sort of kill box. Without any boost, he's fairly slow.
5K. I will not go silently into the night. Let's go.
That's a Ved maneuver too. Upgrade the 4 to 5.
Seven Sister looks to be busting a 3 hard.
Yeah, that's a Mag Pulse Warhead lined up at an initiative 0.
Yes.
D9. Though I don't think we'll see if Ved has any shots here.
And Ved's probably out. Yeah,
no targets.
No targets there. So it's just the green M3A and Torkil. Needs to check. All right, there's Torkil, range 3, using that side arc. 2 on 4. Just gonna hold on to those. Seven Sister coming in. We'll see how many dice get pulled out, but we're thinking it's Mag Pulse Warhead. The green M3A didn't have anything. They double checked it.
Mag Pulse Warhead, if it hits, it'll deal a crit, a jam, and a deplete.
That's looking pretty good. Got 2, spend the lock. That's 3.
That guarantees it. Denies the range bonus, will automatically hit.
And it is a crit. What do we got out there? It's a fuel leak. Okay, that has some potential for trouble. A fuel leak deals an additional damage after suffering a critical damage. So 1 crit slips through, that means Torkil would just die.
Yep. You know who puts through crits pretty easily?
Who's that?
Ved Foslo with the advanced targeting computer.
Crazy.
Crazy. I know. It would have been nice to have a follow-up mag pulse, but I had wasted it on an M3A. Sad.
Well,
there's a Zam charge. Target lock.
Couple of things that are open is next turn, Ved and Seven Sister can sandwich Torkil, and Torkil's going to have to choose who to use the ability on, and that means it's going to be up to the other ship, whichever one isn't Initiative 0, to try to push through that damage. Seven Sister still has both force up, so her ability to cancel out and evade during the neutralized results step is still live, and we'll see if that ends up paying off. And of course, like Ved with that advanced targeting computer can leverage that crit really nicely, but we'll see what ends up we get. I'm getting tired. My words are starting to slur.
I understand. I have a sneaking suspicion that Torkil is going to go in for the block. The M3As aren't going to do too much of anything. And then, converge a kill box onto Ved. And hopefully make Ved 0 and kill him off with the M3A shots you got.
X-Wing Green Dragon, when I said sandwich, I mean talking about just the motion, the movements. Obviously, in initiative, one of them is going to end up getting killed. That's going to happen. Funwalk is calling for the 6 forward to victory. The 4 bank. Dial in the 4 bank.
I want there to be a ship that comes with a 4 bank Dion just so Ved can use it.
Oh man. 2 straight coming from Sunny. And the Cartel Spacer. They're just keeping the pressure on. They know that Ved has limited options. And there it is. There's a wall of M3A interceptors there. We got a roll for an obstacle. And that is a wall of scum ships there. Seven Sister does not have the room to boost focus. That edge of the cloud is in the way, but we might get a roll focus. That is an option as well. Yes, got it.
Yeah, gets away from the auto blaster, gets unobstructed shot. Best he can do.
Ved 1 forward, kind of accepting it, right? Like, I know what's going to happen here.
Yeah, you focus linked roll out of all of the bullseyes you can.
Yep.
Yep, 1 forward again. Cleared the stress. Ved's dial. So good.
And remember, Torkil's ability stays active. Torkil's ability stays active even when he's taken off the board, because it is stated to the end of the round. So let's see if Seven Sister can do it here. Oh, there's 1 crit in there. A single evade and he'll be dead. Got him. That's it. He spends the focus. You crack shot using Seven Sisters' ability and he is dead.
Wow. Wow, wow, wow.
That's
crawling
exactly
back
how
here.
I was talking about that last turn. There it is.
Woo.
No, people are forgetting about the fuel leak. There's not 1 health left.
No.
Fuel leak.
No. Fuel leak. Torkil thought he was safe by spending that focus. He spent it confidently. He's like, oh, just fine. Nah.
If somehow Ved can do it again to Brown, that's another ship off the board due to a fuel leak.
Does Ved have a lock right now? Anywhere?
He does not.
Okay.
Just a focus. 3 agility, a focus, and a dream. There's 3 hits. Oh,
Got nothing.
Never mind.
You only rolled 2 dice. He must have been strained or something.
Structural damage. Structural damage.
Structural damage. That's
Yeah.
right. That's what this crit was. Oof. The 3 dice reds was from the auto blaster effect.
No damage there. The Seventh Sister might need to grab that lightsaber and helicopter out of here.
Yeah. Might be helicopter time. What's the... I'm not looking at the overlay, which would be cool. I'm looking at the cards. Yeah, so even when you take down Brown, all the other ones still have shields.
Mm-hmm.
And you're out of missiles. All right, give him the extra hour and 15 or so, okay?
This is where people go, you see? 2 hour final, Dion.
You know what?
Give
you know
him
what?
a chance, Dion.
You know what? I think she could have probably pulled it off if she had an extra 45 minutes, Dion.
She needs 2 spacers fresh off the board.
Yep.
Yeah. If she had 45 minutes.
Yeah, no, that's not gonna happen.
I'm just teasing you, Dion. Please no. No.
No, we're putting it on the clock. You're all trapped here. This is my show. I'm just kidding. All right. The M3A is starting to bear down. Julian will not go down without a fight. "23 Smurfs. Now for a discussion. It is legal for the Sikhs to continue to shoot into Ved Foslo even though he is dead. This will waste an extra minute or so. Is this bad sportsmanship or good strategy? Both."
It turns
right?
They're not mutually exclusive. It can be
Right.
both. Right?
Right. Like if somebody did that to me during a tournament, like I'd say okay, but man, I'd be giving you some daggers because I know what you're doing. Right. I think that'd be pretty crappy.
Oop, we got a shot here. 3 hits. I'm off.
Pop.
I'm looking at the stream. No problem. Three highs. Just vented on defense.
Mm-hmm. Hit
The
crit.
ship's actually barrel rolled, so there are
barrel
no
roll.
modifiers at all.
And that's going to be 1 getting pushed through there. Shield down.
Two hits long range, and that's the other shield.
If it was your guy in the lead, you'd probably think it's a fine.
So no, this is... Oh, we got one more shot. Then we'll go back to our discussion.
You think that low of me? Wow. Have you not spent hours with me? You really think I would think that? That's a shame.
Ooh, 3
Maybe
hits,
I'm
1
misreading your
eyeball.
comment. Your comment, but
I think that's GG with that single eyeball result there on defense.
got you. All righty. All right. Well, congratulations, Esse Cornerback.